were the things that had a big influence on you? Were that solely software, or was it also, you mentioned Pink Floyd, but do you sometimes refresh or dig for new inspiration somewhere that you try to play with a little bit yourself?
I'm always digging for inspiration. It's always like I'm always listening to new bands, new music styles that didn't exist yet, and I have very little like trance on my iPod. A lot of different styles that I then take from sort of inspiration from those different styles and those different methods that they're using in their productions, and try and incorporate it.
Can you give one, secret maybe not, but can you name one thing that worked really well when translated into trance that maybe people would not expect?
Yeah, actually there's a one track on my upcoming album with that I made with Armin's brother, Eller van Buuren. He's a guitarist. And I sort of started writing it before he was involved. I wrote it, and it was kind of this rock track, sort of, but with a trance beat. And I said, let's shoot it over to Eller van Buuren, and eventually 2 weeks later he had all these guitar parts recorded, and it was just really a fun experience to mix live guitar with a sort of trance composition, and something I want to do a lot more.
Does it surprise you that not other people have tried that maybe more extensively?
Well, now I think a lot of people, some people are trying it, especially Armin. I mean, Eller van Buuren, he's a very good guitarist. He's getting very popular in the trance scene, working with different producers similarly as he did with me. And I think that's something that's pretty exciting. Hopefully we get more people that are doing live mixed with trance, and that would definitely be a great move for the genre, especially for the stage presence of having live setups and making this kind of music.
Is that something? Yeah, you mentioned. I think also that it was a wish of you to have a live band performing, maybe, or a live group of people playing.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I'm planning in the near future.
Does that, with that in the back of your head, influence maybe the way you write music? That it is maybe performable by people? Yeah,
I think trance is still very much like a symphony, or it's very similar to anything like that. The orchestra, it can be taken down to its like most basic sound and separated into different people can sort of make that sound together, I think. So, it's something I have to experiment with and try, but we'll see.
Yeah, because you mentioned you look for new inspiration. Do you think that everything you discover will be translatable into trance, or do you have to do you think at some point you have to maybe try create develop a new vocabulary maybe that's a little bit more outside of trance? It's maybe hard to say now, but
it's a good question. Yeah, I mean, it might end up being something completely unheard of. I really do try and stay to trance as much as possible. I don't think it's a dirty word like some other people do.
No.
So I think it's there's so much room for more creativity and more room for expansion for trance music.
But do you say then maybe a little bit of the guy who is a little bit experimental within the trance vocabulary? Do you think that maybe that should happen a little bit more? That trance producers should maybe spar a little bit more with experiments?
Absolutely. I mean, the past 2 years have shown a lot of artists doing that, and a lot of very exciting guys are starting to get famous and starting to get known. Every label has some really great artists that are coming up. Spinning, Flashover, and Junibees have all like a great crop of several producers that are really pushing the music forward, and hopefully that continues.
Yeah, when you got contracted by Armada, what did they say to you? Did they say, well, we like what you're doing, we want you to take that to another level with us, or what kind of did they say to you?
That's exactly what was said. It was really simple. They seemed to have faith in me making an album for them, and I was really excited to be considered. And they just welcomed me on board, and they knew that Armin's been supporting for a while, so that was definitely a big help in them getting to know me throughout the years, music-wise.